going to be doing a 20-minute Vipassana meditation. I'm going to be suggesting that you do this as a seated meditation. That could be either in a chair, or it could just be seated on the floor with your back against a wall, or it could be in a half lotus position. Whichever one of those, I'm going to go ahead and get in your seated position now. And the first thing that you're going to do is just sort of gently notice how you can, without any effort, put just a little bit of attention into having good posture. You're going to just gently make sure your back is straight. Your shoulders are up without being arched. And now let's begin by taking our attention down in our feet. If you're in a half lotus position, one would be on the floor, and the other is crossed and resting up above the other leg. It doesn't have to be challenging, and it shouldn't be challenging. Just going to bring attention into your legs now. We're going to slowly work our attention up through your body. And you may notice any pains or any aches. And just bring your attention then further up your legs and into your hips. And again, however you're seated, just gently take a small amount of effort to make sure that your hips are back. Your lower back is strong naturally. Your hips are open. Feel that strength in your lower back. And just gently bringing all of your attention just into your body before we get into breath meditation. And that attention is now moving up from your hips into your back and up toward your shoulders. Just gently making sure that your shoulders are back. You'll notice that having good posture just requires attention. It's not difficult. And that's a good precursor, a good metaphor for mindfulness in general. Just resting your attention. It's not difficult. Now your attention goes up into your shoulders. Just for a moment, if you'd like to, you can make a little bit of movement with your shoulders. Maybe you notice if there's any tension there, and shrug your shoulders. Do a couple of small circles. This is the main place where we carry stress physically in our body. So just taking a moment to shrug that out and work that out, and it's going to leave. Most of it is going to leave very easily, very naturally. Your attention started with your feet and your legs, your hips. Just slowly moving it up through your body and now into your shoulders, into your neck. Before we go into your head, you're going to make sure that your arms are just very natural. They can be just resting on your thighs, or you can have your forearms down, and you can have your one hand cupped in the other in the cosmic mudra. You don't need to. Just bringing attention into your arms, making sure that they feel comfortable and natural. That attention goes back to your shoulders and to your neck and into your jaw. And that's the second place where we carry a lot of our stress physically. So you can even just open your jaw a little bit now, close it, and just feel if there's any tension there. You just move your jaw around a little bit, open your mouth, and close it. And then you're just allowing it to, your muscles will take it away naturally. Your mouth is closed, you're breathing through your nose. And then gently, you've had good posture with your hips, your lower back, your shoulders moving straight up your spine without any tension or difficulty. You're also going to notice that you can keep your neck and your head erect. And without it being difficult or straining, imagine that there's a string or a line that's coming right off the top of your head. It's going straight up to the ceiling. And just for a moment, you notice that you can put the slightest amount of effort into making sure that you have good posture, just imagining your crown of your head is just gently going straight up. All those things, that's all that you need for good posture, for a seated meditation. And now just keeping your attention on that good posture without straining, without overdoing it. Your attention is gently resting in your spine and in your shoulders. Just allow your attention to stay there for a few moments in quiet. And as you do so, you notice that sounds arise naturally. I hear a train whistle off in the distance. Your attention is focused so that you're even aware of small sounds coming from your body. Stomach might growl. And you notice that you don't have control over those sounds. You don't need control over those sounds. And that also is an example of mindfulness, that things arise. You don't have to change them. You don't even have to judge them. And again, taking your attention back into that natural, good posture of your upper body, you find that it's very easy to begin to notice your own breath. And now you're going to make a conscious effort to silently label your breathing. You're not going to deepen your breath. It doesn't have to be longer. As you breathe in, you just notice that. You're going to consciously rest your attention at one of three places in order to help facilitate that awareness of the breath. Either your belly, your abdomen, or your upper chest, your shoulders, or at the nostrils, whichever works best for you. Just take your attention and place and keep it in one of those areas to notice the gentle rise and fall. All you're going to do is just quietly, mentally label, notice, breathing in, breathing out. Again, just focusing only on your breath, keeping your attention either at your abdomen, your upper chest, or your nostrils, just one of those places where you can notice your breathing. And now for the next minute, only keep your attention and your thoughts on a quiet mental label of your own breath. Breathing in, breathing out. As thoughts arise, which they do, no matter how long you've been meditating, you just notice those thoughts. Notice that you can effortlessly return your attention to your breath, and then just moment by moment, attempt to keep it there. And again, just quietly, mentally label, breathing in, breathing out. and the thoughts, which, again, keep coming back and keep arising spontaneously. You don't have any control over them, just like you can't control some noise that may happen, the neighbor's dog, someone driving by on the street. Thoughts, sounds, all transient, and you just notice those. And the entirety of the practice is then moving your attention back to your breath. And again, a quiet mental label, breathing in, breathing out. All kinds of ideas, people, situations, things which happened to you today, things which you're projecting and imagining, all those things keep coming up in your mind. And as soon as you notice that you are lost in thought, you just return the attention to the breath. You never need to change your breath. You don't need to deepen it. Just however it shows up, however you breathe, silently labeling it. Breathing in, breathing out. And then you realize that mindfulness is available to you all through your day, and that you can withdraw your attention from negative thoughts and just bring them back into your breath, even when you're not practicing meditation. And then as we wind down this meditation, you want to recognize that you have increased your mental discipline through these 20 minutes. And now, as the meditation finishes, you're going to just turn off this video, turn off YouTube, and be mindful and conscious of the next decision. You probably don't need to spend any more time on the internet, unless you're a student who needs to do some homework, unless you have to pay a bill. You've just done this wonderful thing for your mental health. And now just think, what's the next thing which I could do? Just some small thing which might be productive. Something you need to do about work, about school. You can even just take 5 minutes to straighten the room. But above all, you're going to stop now from any kind of entertainment and just move back into the physical world and bring some of this mindfulness and attention into the next activity that you perform.